Hey, good morning, everybody. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. Before we get started, this broadcast is for demonstration and educational purposes only. It's important to know that I am not a licensed financial advisor. There is a significant amount of risk when trading these financial instruments. If you're not familiar with it, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. With that being said, happy Friday, everybody. Yes, we made it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Nick. Duke, the Dukester. Edward, Rodney, K9, Oceans K9. Good morning, Mark, Unc, Ronald, Carol. Thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you have a lovely weekend. And if today's your first day joining us, my name's Rory Powers. I'm with Right Line Trading. We're going to be showcasing our automated bots today. We have two systems, our AI Auto Trader and our iBots. But before we do that, we always like to look. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning, Mukhtar. The chief is in the house. Igor from Brazil. God bless you. To prevent us from getting into any unpleasant surprises, we always take a look at our Forex factory. And today is Friday, May 2nd. If you're joining us today, that's the good news. Hallelujah. God is good. And today's news reports, we listen, it's a very news driven market. We got to keep an eye on these. We don't want to get into a trade and then we have an open position and one of these red folder reports comes through, and next thing we know, our whole account got drained. So we really got to be careful. So let's take a look. This morning at 8:30, there was some big news reports. The average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and the unemployment rate. I always like to take a look at what the news was, and whatever I think the market's going to do the opposite. Right? Uh, Trump saying there's no inflation, the Fed should lower its rate. Here's the U.S. employment situation. Non-farm payroll employment increased by 177,000 in April. This is the first Friday of the month. Almost forgot. The unemployment rate was unchanged at 4.2%. Payroll growth totals 177,000 in April. Okay, that's a positive report, right? So I think that's why we saw that bump this morning. I was watching the S&P 500 go up and the Nasdaq go up. Very news-driven market. Today at 10 a.m., we've got a yellow folder. Doesn't have as much as an impact. The factory orders month over month, and those are the news reports for today. And what we've been doing is we've been trading these bots. If today's your first day, what our methodology consists of. First, the AI Auto Trader and the iBots are a very diversified portfolio of strategies. The diversity is not only in instruments, but in time frames that we trade these instruments. We're trading the futures index equities, which are very liquid instruments, very small bid-ask spread. So we can get in and out potentially with very little trouble. So we're trading the NASDAQ, the S&P 500 futures, our 1-2 punch, our most profitable bots. And we've also diversified into crude oil and gold. Good morning, Eckert. Gambit, good morning, sir. We let the bots run through the Asian Open, the London Open, and now headed into the New York Stock Exchange Open. We have ourselves a leaderboard. These are the bots that are doing the best in this current session. These are the ones doing the best. What I'm going to do, because we're going to get ready for our power play trade of the day, is I'm going to flatten everything, and I'm just going to go to my go-to power play. The go-to, our morning trade of the day is on the power play. And I just want to take a quick look. Okay, good. This is and in the strategy parameters, we can set our loss limit or our profit limit. And once it's reached, the system will automatically stop trading. Beautiful. So I'm going to just enable these two for now. This is a trade that we take each morning between 9:32 and 10 a.m. And what I do with it is I take my trade copier, because I'm trading prop accounts, and on my trade copier, I make the power play drone, the NQ30 range power play drone. I put it in my chart trader in the account drop down. I put that 30 range ABC power play drone right here in my chart trader. This way, if it triggers a trade on my leader account, I could see it on my chart. Good morning, Rao. Thanks for joining us today. And one of the key core conditions of the power play is we have to have a multi-time frame alignment of trend upon other conditions, but that's one of the major ones, between the 20 Unorenko and the 30 range. Okay. And for our members, we have a really nice update coming out. I met with the team this morning, and what we've done, it's a little hard to see. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit. Magnify this. Oh, Control Plus. Okay. What it is, what I wanted to show you is you can see this is the top of the strategy, the global parameters, and where the power play section is, we've opened it up now. So where it's enabled, you'll be able to align the higher time frame. The data series can be selected and put on any bar type, a minute bar, any time-based bar, a range bar, a tick bar, a Unorenko bar, makes no difference. In that drop-down, you'll be able to align the trend with any data series you want when that power play is enabled. So that's going to be a really great new feature in our automated strategy. We found, and the data confirms it, when there's an alignment of trend, we sidestep the losers. There's a higher winning rate of trades that are executed with an alignment, a multi-time frame alignment of trend. With these bots, being able to filter out the losing trades is really our mandate. Got to sidestep the losers. The overall market, since the market opened this morning, let's look at our 20 Unorenko. It's a little bit of a bigger bar. On the NASDAQ, we took a big leg up on that news report, that unemployment, that economic news report that came out. The Asian Open, big move up. And then when the London opened, bam, or when that news report came out, both been trending up all morning. The market doesn't like gaps. We got a big leg up. Wouldn't be surprised to see that gap get filled in at the market open. We're going to be a little patient today. I was talking to Mark. He said, "Hey, I thought that trade was at 9:32 because yesterday you took it a little early." And I was thinking about what he said because you don't want to take it too early and get caught in that, you know, that static. Down here on the bottom left of my workspace, I have something very important. Yeah, I call it the lagometer. The lagometer. This creates a lot of problem for traders. The market just opened. We'll get into it afterwards. So we've got a retracement now to the 50 on our 20U. Our 30 range is already lined up for a short. I have a feeling this thing's going to bounce right off that 50. The 20, I'm referring to the 20. I think we're going to be looking for a long trade, but let's let the data dictate our decisions. MJ's in the house. Good morning, MJ. Let's get a nice move down or up, whatever it may be. Got a nice pullback on the 20U. Now let's see a nice pop right through this area of resistance. Now what I do normally is I time out, I enable my copier when I like the price action, when I feel it's a good time. Sometimes I like to watch it trade a few times just to see what the price action is going to be. I like to see it find its, here we go, to the upside. I had a feeling. I'm going to enable it now to the upside. Try to catch this break. Pop in. Pop in. Pop into the upside. Let's go. Let's get this. $9.32. No, it's still 9:31. But when that clock strikes 9:32, am I too early? Oh, we're in. Here we go. The power play is on. Come on, pop through there. Come back up. Come back up. I'll take it. I'll take it on my PA accounts right there. I'll keep them in on my evals, but on the PAs, I'm taking it. I needed this day. I needed Friday in a big way. But let's let the evals ride. I close my PAs right at my profit goal. Make it a 4 out of 5 week. Did that yesterday too, the OCO. Can I please use a new Okay, whoa. Okay, let's turn this off. Hey, good morning, Tom. So I'm going to unlock my PAs. My PAs, I hit my profit goal, made 750 across my PA account, 765. So that makes it a 4 out of 5 week on the PA accounts. And I'm still in the game on my evals, 46, 47, and 48. So I'm just going to unlock this and I'm going to take these PAs out of here. It's freezing on me. Don't know why. Oh, it's a mouse. Let me see. Hmm. Shoot. I'm frustrated because my trade copier, I can't get it to scroll down for some reason. Okay, but I'm very happy with the results. I got to tell you, that was the power play trade of the day. We're going to go for the evals. And with that trade, that hits our goal. Our goal for the week of 4 out of 5. Here we go on a short ride. I might have to start a new, let me see, duplicate a new window. Okay, this one's not jammed. Let me quickly take off my PAs, lock her up, and get right back in the game. Okay, we've got an alignment to the downside, so I'm going to turn it on and try to catch a short trade here on these evals. Here we go. We're in short. See if we can get one more in on these evals. Hmm. Hmm. Got attached to my 15 EMA. Let's take another entry. You lost 305, Ron? Okay. Let's go to the power play this week. Jeez. Okay, let's take a break here. We got one more shot on the evals, but let's look at the weekly performance on the PA accounts because we hit 4 out of 5 days, and that's our goal. That is our goal. If we can hit 4 out of 5, we're going to make some really nice money. So 428 to 52 this week, Monday through Friday. on the 3 PA accounts is what I'm showing. We're up $2,000. $2,000 this week across the 3 accounts. And we hit our profit goal for the day on those PA accounts. Let's see if we can catch one to the upside here. I'm going to turn it back on. Let's catch one more trade here to the upside. Try to get these evals on the board. Listen, I think we recognize Alfred as, being a hater here. So thanks for joining us, Alfred. I hope you have a blessed weekend, sir. Let's go. Let's ride this power play to the moon. Come on. Get up there. Have a nice weekend, Alfred. A little bit of some resistance here to the upside. See if we can break through it. There we go. Pop through. Pop through. All right. That put us just over break even. We got some upside resistance. Let's go ahead and crank up the other strategies. Alfred wanted me to lose so bad today. Didn't happen, Alfred. And we're going to do a weekly review of our top bots. And wow, we've had some bots really crush it this week. And we're going to our 1-day passes. If you're a prop trader, man, our 1-day passes had a week like I tell you, I haven't seen a week like this, and I can't tell you how long. It didn't matter which 1-day pass you chose. They all did extremely well. He brought friends. Okay, Rachel, thank you. I'm not deleting any comments, Rachel. Listen, if you want to write negative things, go right at it. I don't really think this is the venue to do silly stuff like that, but if you choose to, go right ahead. It shows your character. If we go back, well, let's let the system run. We're going to have haters in our lives. There's no way around it. Nice, Carol. 175 is good. For a Friday, it's great. Congratulations. All right, Suzanne. Okay, let's crank up all these strategies. Had some iBots do extremely well this week. Getting a little bit of lag now on the Nasdaq. Let's let this catch up. Okay, now we're back in good standing here. Back in the profit window. I'm looking for a break. I'm looking for a break of that upside resistance. I think we're going to get it. Seems to be some buying pressure still from that positive news. Wow, Katie, that's incredible. Nick, let me take a look back. I'm sorry. Are we using Chat GPT? Something very similar to that, yeah. We have a model that's running in the background that's very similar to Chat GPT. It's not exactly Chat GPT, but we have used it to analyze our data. When our system, we've integrated something very similar to Chat GPT to learn which trigger is the best one to take. If you export all of your executed trades, especially on these strategies that have the ABC entry enabled, and when the entry is plotted on my chart, it tells you what signal it was that got executed, whether it was an A, B, or C trigger. And what we could do is we could put it into ChatGPT and see which of the triggers perform the best. And that's what the system is doing in the background on your computer. And it's choosing which signal to fire off on based on the market conditions. So historically, Fridays can be very difficult days. Listen, those big shots at the banks and the hedge funds, and they don't work a full day Friday. They're out at the golf course. The market can get a low volume environment very quickly on a Friday afternoon. This is a beautiful entry short. We're going to take a look at the NASDAQ in just a second. Trying to get one more trade in on this power play. We got pretty decent volume, just under 2,000 contracts a minute. Okay, we're in business. We got everything in full gear. Let's see if we can catch a short trade. Wait, we got this downside support. We had a beautiful trade short here. Looks like it went to full excursion. Trying to get my evals. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo coming up, Duke. Great job, Suzanne. Okay, we're kind of in this ranging channel here between 20,048 and 20,115. We're right at the 50 on both charts. $27.50 on crude. Wow. Great job, bro. Okay, let's see. Is there enough room to the upside? It's a tight one. Here's some selling pressure. Let's see if we can catch a short. These pivots might prevent the entry. Looking for a short trade right here. I got a lot of downside support that's going to filter out these entries. Might have to look for an alternative. It's too many pivots. It's just not there. Wished it was. Got a lot of short positions right now. All my iBots jumped in short. Well, the ES. Hmm. Hmm. Chief, you're funny. Chief said he needs the sniper bot to kick some booty. The name fits him to a T. Come on, give us a nice trade here. I'm looking for a direction. Our ES30 range really smoked it this week. It crushed it. If we could look at I was going to do the weekly review in a few, coming up in here in just a few minutes, but that ES30 range this week, if you look at the numbers, my goodness, the ES30 range for the week is up $5,400. 5,400. That ES30 range star. The VW is a very similar strategy. It just has different times that it trades. Is up just under 5,000 with a very small drawdown. So that VW, which also runs on the E-mini 30 range, both had a huge week. Here we go. We're in. We're in long. I don't have it enabled, but we might have found a little pocket here to get our profit target. I'm hoping for a break of resistance. Hey, Richard, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. We're showcasing our automated bots that run on NinjaTrader 8. And we're going to be doing our weekly review in just a moment. But once these strategies are enabled, they do execute and manage the trades for us. It also can be considered a semi-automated system. Why? Because we always have the option to manage the positions on our own by moving our stop or profit targets. We also control all of the conditions in order for a trade to be executed. Let's catch this short right here. Oh, I thought we were going to get some selling pressure to the downside. I enabled my copier, anticipating a move down. I see some nice runway space here. If we could break through this little area of support, momentum just shifted to the downside. See if we can get a little follow through here to the downside. Get in this trade. All right, we're in long. Let's see if we can get these evals in positive territory today. My profit target is just under resistance. Taking a little heat on this. Yep, got us. All right, we got one more shot at it. Maybe we catch a short. The Nasdaq's just not giving us much to trade today. Got right back in. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm on the wrong side of this one. I'm afraid I'm on the wrong side of this one. Stranger things have happened, though. Let's let it play out. Come on, pop up. There you go. Oh no. Come on, pop up to the upside. Let's get this. Hmm. All right, I'm out of it. I'm going to turn this off. I really don't like the way price action looks right now. So I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it a day on these evals with just a minimal loss of 165, 185, and 185, and I'll take that for a Friday. And let me put the PAs back on. The PAs really what I was most important in my mind with being 3 for 4 on the week coming into Friday. It either makes it a great week or a break even week. It's kind of the rubber match because if you take a loser on the PAs, it ruins the P&L for the whole week. So the PAs just under 765. The evals minus about 175 across all three of them. The good news, the PA accounts all had another big week this week in positive territory with $2,000 in profits. So, okay, Craig, 4 hour road trip. That's going to be, oh, look at what I closed. Oh, God, why did I do it? Uh, that's trading, I'll tell you. I'm taking a road trip tomorrow too, Craig, to Melbourne, Melbourne, Florida. Rachel, come on. My God. Are you serious? We have maybe one of our competitors in the room that's making negative comments. That's a crying shame, Rachel. God bless you. We'll pray for you. Uh, so let's do a review of the week. We are in that long and price consolidated. The price action spooked me and I closed and pop, it went right to the upside. Yeah, let me show you, Rachel. Stick around. Let me show you what a losing system is. From January 15th, and this is across my PA accounts, Rachel, it's important to see this. If we go to our equity over the last 3.5 months, and I wish we could see yours so we could compare. I don't know what company you're with, but it's really a distraction to do this, and it's very unprofessional. But we're at $29,000 over the last 3.5 months. Um, if you have a bot that's better, then God bless you. I would only come and root you on and hope that you make more money. And I think that's spiritually the healthy way to go with this. But I'm up 29,000. Move on, Rachel. Go ahead. Have a nice weekend. Go on. The Well, it's important to know that this is across three accounts. Okay. So across three accounts, I have two $150,000 PA accounts and one 300,000. Okay. So the drawdown is minimal, extremely minimal. I have, what do they call it? An agitator, like a mosquito. I've got a pest. But we're up over $29,000 here from January 15th to May 2nd. And let's highlight the best performing bots of the week. Okay. Our ES 30 range star. This is going to be on the AI system. We're going to start there first. On the ES 30 range star, we're up $5,449. Now, this is, the same bot that we've been talking about for months and months. The one that Robert is up over $60,000 over the last 6 months. He made $60,000 in 6 months trading just one contract. So this week it had another stellar week at $5,449. Then we had the NASDAQ, the 20U sniper this week was up $1,471. That's the 20 Unarenko. And that's really our 1-2 punch, is the 20 Unarenko and that ES on the 30 range, the NASDAQ and the E-mini. Our NASDAQ 30 range velocity drone, which is the bot that's trading the power play. It's up $4,000 for the week. $4,000 for the week, and that's trading one contract. The iBot 24U is up $2,300 for the week. Okay, so let's pivot over to the iBots. The main difference between the AI auto trader and the iBots is the trigger that triggers a trade. The iBots are looking, we have a connection with Kinetic right to the stock market. So we establish a connection with Kinetic that will stream the market internals, and that's looking for a disparity between buyers and sellers on the cash market, the stock market. It's not looking at anything on our trading charts, nothing. It's truly a leading indicator. It's not like a MACD crossover or an oscillator divergence signal. This is a leading indicator that has its finger right on the pulse of the market. Those iBots are extremely powerful bots. The 24U was up $2,300 with very minimal drawdown, $989 of drawdown. The iBot NQ30 range was up $7,600 this week. Had a huge week. The AI NQ Smart Stop 2, which is really the same as the NASDAQ 30 range velocity without the velocity filter. Same strategy without the velocity filter. This week had a big week at $5,200 trading just one contract. Rachel, will you cut it out? Grow up, please. My God. I don't believe it. And our Volkswagen strategy, look at this. Talk about efficient. This is a strategy that we shared with the community in our Discord chat under the strategy collaboration channel. We have our Volkswagen strategy. And that's a bot that's up just under 5,000. One of Suzanne's favorites. I'm curious. I wonder, Suzanne, if you're still here, if that's the one that you used today to get that winning trade. On my computer, it had another huge week. I have no idea who you are, Rachel. Knows about the chargeback. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so $4,800 this week on the Volkswagen. So we've been saying it all along that the ES and NQ are really our most powerful bots. We're really not dogmatic about the instruments that we trade. The only prerequisite is really that they're liquid. There's a very small disparity between the bid and the ask price. Extremely liquid instruments, and that they make money. That's it. Those are the only two qualifications. The ODPs were exceptional. ODPs were exceptional this week. Let me show you. The ODPs, what I'm referring to, if you're new, is the 1 day pass templates are our custom prop trading templates that are designed to pass an evaluation in one trade. 1 day, one trade, you're going to go from having an eval account to a funded account, which is your vehicle, your vessel to get payouts. So the 1 day passes this week will start with crude. Crude oil was a perfect 100%. Check out these 1 day passes this week. $3,000, no losing trades. The NQ 2 minute, the retirement plan, up $5,700 on my computer. Its win rate 65%. 65. So that's just about 2 out of 3. If you ran 2 out of 3 evals on this strategy this week, you got 2 funded accounts out of the 3. I'm somebody that likes to underpromise and overdeliver, and I think statistically it's safe to say that 1 out of 3 of these 1 day passes will get you a funded account. Now, listen, you might hit a winning streak and get all 3, and you might hit a losing streak and get none. So that's just the way trading goes. But statistically, I'm very comfortable telling you that 1 out of 3 of these 1 day passes are going to get you a funded account. Okay, so the NASDAQ 2 minute had a big. That's what I figured, Suzanne. Let me answer that question for Richard. Um, how are the bots picked for the daily trade? The daily trade we've been doing since January. What we found was on our NASDAQ 30 range. I'll give you an idea of how we found this. All of our decisions are data driven. If I look at the NQ Smart Stop 2, that's what it started with. And I go to my time analysis and I look at my entry times. What we found was at 9:30, we were getting a lot of profitable trades trading our 30 range strategy between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. And especially after doing a review of the charts of where the entries were taken, when there was an alignment of trend between the 20 Unorenco and the 30 range, we had a very high win rate on those entries. So we came up with the power play trade. And the power play is the one that I've been doing since January to trade my PA accounts. Since January, over the last 4 months, we've averaged winning 4 out of 5 of the trading days. There were weeks we won 5 out of 5. There were some weeks we only won 3 out of 5. But on the average, it's been 4 out of 5 trading sessions. We'll hit our profit goal. Um, what so to answer your question, that's the one that I like to trade. But really, where we get our decisions on where to choose which bot we're going to trade comes from our leaderboard. I call it the "What have you done for me lately's." The bots that are on the top of my leaderboard today are the ones that are performing the best in this current market environment. So you have to give these bots weight in that decision making process of which one to trade on your funded account. Okay, it's not a perfect science, but your odds increase significantly when you're picking a bot that's kind of found the ebb and flow of the current market condition. The ES4U and the ES20 range, what I then go do is I look for the week at those particular bots and see what they did for the week. And if I get confirmation that it's done well today and it's been doing good for the week, well, then I'll go ahead and I'll put it on my live account. So we're trading the bots or drones that are performing the best and that the data supports trading it. We're not going to pick a bot or a drone that's getting crushed to trade our live account. I hope that answers your question, Richard. So let's continue with the 1 day passes because it really was a outstanding week. Let's go to the ES30 range. Incredible, up 7 grand for the week, 88% on the 1 day passes. Just an outstanding week. The gold 1 day pass it looks like it won one and it lost one, about 45%. So this gives you a really good vessel to get yourself some PA accounts. 55% on the NASDAQ 30 range. That one's up 4,200. We also have one running on the Dow. The Dow is at 50%. 1 out of 2. And that bot's up 3,100. So those were the top 1 day passes and the top bots for me for this week. Great job, Suzanne. Great observation, too. Let me go to the Volkswagen. Let me show you the data that I have as well. If I go back on the Volkswagen, this is not a one-hit wonder. Let's go back in the month of April. Really is, Ralph. Look at this spot here. The Volkswagen. This is in 30 days, 401 to 52 is up $12,000. If I look at a time analysis and we look at the half hour of the day entry times, mine has been doing the best between 10:30 and 12. 10:30 and 12, mine seems to do the best. So, Richard, going back to your question, how are the bots picked for the daily trade? Whenever I meet with one of our members and we do an analysis of their performance, I always do a rundown NinjaTrader has a very powerful trade performance metric that allows us to filter each one of our bots individually, the performance. See, when you purchase the AI Auto Trader, we set up a separate SIM account that runs in each one of these bots. And what that allows us to do is a historical performance of each individual strategy or account. So when I click on this little filter, I could segregate each one of the bots. And what I do is I find the bots that are performing the best, and then I do a little bit more of a deep dive, and I look at when they do the best. Because if I could sidestep those hours of the day that are losers, then my output is that much more efficient, and I don't have those drawdowns. And that's really what our bot and drone technology do. Our bot and drone technology, that's exactly what it does. The iBot 30 range, just to give you an idea, if I go to that iBot 30 range, you can see the half hour of the day breakdown. It's just beautiful. It's up 6,700. If I look at the bot, it didn't do as well. The drone actually did better in that case. Yes, you do, Richard. Yeah, Ronald, give me a call, please. Yes, you can, PSP. If you send me an email, well, when you go to check out on our website, well, you know what? Please, PSP, if you would, send me an email just with a request for a PayPal invoice to support@rightlinetrading.com. Support@rightlinetrading.com, and I'll send you an invoice directly from PayPal. They do have a PayPal later feature that if you're approved, you could pay over 6 months with no interest. You can also text me your email address to that phone number. And we're going to wrap up here in just a few minutes, and I'll email you a PayPal invoice so you'll be able to do the pay later. Yes, great job, MJ. Great job. I want to apologize. I'm a little embarrassed because I let somebody ruffle my feathers, and I apologize for the distraction. Let's take a look at the leaderboard today. We've got David Wise. David Wise is a professional options trader. He's coming up right behind me. And he's going to be trading the SPY Super System. Our one-day passes again dominated. Our iBot ES20 range drone has been doing extremely well. The NQ30 range smart velocity. That's really our power play. Same bot that the power play uses was up 824. The ES30 range star bot was up 745. The 20U Mac truck 720. Give me a call, Nicholas, here at the office. I put my phone number up just above in the chat. If you give me a call, we could certainly discuss it, okay? The VW VW is in a trade right now. Let's take a look at the E-mini. There's the VW. The iBot NQ 30 seconds. So we have a really nice diversity of different time frames that these bots trade in. The iBots, all on the ES, are doing very well. All our ES iBots today are bringing home the bacon. My PA accounts, I was able to close a trade that was up to about $250 on my power play. I really needed that winning trade on this Friday, and the good Lord, the trading gods, blessed me, and I was able to make 250 across all three of my PA accounts to make it a 4 for 5 week. And the 8U smart stuff, the 8U scalpers in, and that was our leaderboard for the day. Yes, nice, Suzanne. No, it's not. It's a little different than that, Richard. These bots come in pre-formatted templates. We've integrated some artificial intelligence, a self-learning model that will dynamically optimize these bots by themselves. This isn't something you optimize yourself. The decision making or discretion is deciding which one of the bots to trade in your live account. But regarding the optimization of the strategy parameters, it's all done by an AI integration. Does extremely complex computations in milliseconds, and it will dynamically change your inputs. Trying to get into my profit window here on this VW. So, and it's really not like the shark indicators. Shark indicators is something I believe that you would build yourself. Excuse me, just one moment. Okay. Okay, we're in our profit window. The Volkswagen popped. We just broke through resistance on the Nasdaq too. Tell you, I'm tempted to get out the old power play and to give it one more run. The volume is still decent. We're at about 1,500 contracts a minute. On the E-mini, it looks real good. It's over 4,000. We just got a really nice push to the upside. And my bots all took off long. Wow. Let's take a look at one of these open positions. We'll take a look at the iBot 24U. The trades can last anywhere from an hour Um, some of these trades on the E-mini will last an hour or so. To the NASDAQ, which is a much quicker moving market, to just a few minutes. So depending on which instrument you're trading, the NASDAQ, I would say the average trade is maybe a few minutes, where the E-mini it might be 30 minutes. They're all intraday trades. We don't hold any positions overnight. But Suzanne is, has a lot of experience. She's been a member with us for many years, and she really has a good excellent handle, good understanding of these bots. She's really a very valuable member of our community. And thank you. I wanted to thank you, Suzanne, for being so active and helping with new traders, really sharing your experience. But what I wanted to mention, Richard, is with the trade performance that Ninja has, it really gives us the answers. It really gives us data-driven solutions in our decision-making process of which bot to choose. So we're going to choose the ones that are making the most money, that are having the most success. And we have a few standouts, so it's not that hard of a decision. I'm just scrolling back to see if I missed anybody's question. Congratulations, MJ, again. That's right, Mark. Mark said, I'll take 60% anytime. Amen. I'm assuming, Ronald, that was you that called, and I am going to call you back. Yeah, PSP, if you send me your email or yeah, to my, either text it to that number. Let me check my text to see if you did, or just send me an email. All right. Well, listen, I want to thank everybody for joining me today. And again, I apologize for the distraction. I hope everybody has a blessed weekend. And we do this, God willing. We do it every day, Monday through Friday, starting at 9:15, and you're always welcome. Um, if you remember, please like my video here on YouTube. It does give us some traction to get some new eyes on our products and services. Helps us out. So if you could like my video, that would be very much appreciated. So I wish everybody a blessed weekend. Really happy again that we ended the week on a positive note. The power play will bring it to this week, Monday through Friday. And across those three accounts, just outstanding. Those are the evals. We're up 800. The PAs, 2,000, and that's across 3 accounts. 66% winning percentage. The average losing trade 250, average winner 300. So we were able to close the week on a positive note. Going for the month, going back to April 1st, just under 10,000 for the month. Just under 10,000. So listen, if we could do 10 grand a month, 3 grand a month on each account, we've got ourselves a very profitable strategy. So great month of April, and we're going to look to do the same thing in the month of May. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Suzanne, MJ, Richard, Charles, Dukester, Richard. God bless you. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great day, everybody.